Good evening, everybody. It is Friday night, a special edition of the Spin Rundown, and we are joined by Mr. Underdogs, Justin Cotler himself. How are you doing?
Good, man. It's been a tough week.
What's been going on?
I lost my dad earlier in the week.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's been an emotional week, and didn't know if I was going to be able to get out here, but my dad was a pretty competitive dude. I think he would have wanted me to be here. And honestly, it's a little different for me this weekend. Just come in and it helps you put things in perspective.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just come and have fun and be in the community. So many people have just, I've been able to lean on so many people, and so many people here are, so concerned about me. And so it's been great. And the athletes know, like, I didn't know if I was going to get here. So they're, just excited for me to be here. So it's a little bit more like therapy for me this weekend than my normal crazy self.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and you have Lauren Fisher, who lost her mom a couple weeks ago, and so you've definitely seen the community support and rally around her. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that they're doing the same for you.
Yeah,
And
sure.
so I wanted to get you on because you coaching Ricky Garard, coaching Alex Gazan,
Yeah.
Bailey Martin. Am I missing anybody?
Well, Bailey and Kyra are here. They're both coached by Bailey and Kyra are both coached by Kiefer.
Yeah.
And then I coach obviously Ricky and Alex, and but they're all underdogs, part of the Alex family. So yeah, we have 4 athletes this weekend. It's amazing. It's incredibly exciting. And boy, oh boy, it just ran the gamut of emotions today. Geez, obviously everybody crushed the first one, and then just should have. It's crazy, to. It was not an accurate representation of what they could do, especially Alex and Ricky made some equipment errors and couldn't hold on to the bar because of how wet it was. And Ricky picked the wrong grips, and then his hands look like hamburger now.
It sounds like a lot of people had.
Yeah. After round 1, he couldn't hold on. He was just, he came off and there's blood coming down. And Alex, she made tape grips and they ripped on the first half around, and then she was like, I just couldn't hold on. I mean, they're both, it's easy to say that everybody had to deal with it, but they're both exceptional at monkey bars. So that's very frustrating. They're both extremely pissed off right now, which is good.
So I had seen that, and I had thought, just seeing it, that they'd be kind of the smooth grip or like the standard pull-up bar, but it sounds like they had some knurl on it. Is that correct?
You know what? I mean, I heard a bunch of things. It seemed like if you wore like kind of old-fashioned leather grips, that was pretty good. But there were a lot of people that were wearing like the rubber or the tactical, and if you wore that, you slipped right off because everything was so wet. And some people had tape grips on, but most of those people's hands ripped up or they ripped off. And it just it's unfortunate. That event, to me, I would love to see dry, and I'd love to see what people would do.
Right.
But it is what it is. Everybody's got to deal with adversity and the rain, and at the end of the day, some people did well, some people didn't, and same thing on the earlier one with the log, bar and etc. So the good news is that the two of them, because of the win earlier today, they're still in striking distance with a lot of events that they like coming next. And, so I think they can, I think that they still can achieve goals for the weekend. They just made it a little more difficult for themselves.
What was Kyra in lane 10 on the pull-up on that last workout?
Yeah. If lane 10 was closest to the third base.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you look at the results, Emily Roll finished last, Lazar Jukas finished last in his heat, and Garrett Clark finished last, and then Kyra finished 15th. All of them were in that lane. Yeah. And so I was talking to Lazar about it, and he said that he would just be going, and all of a sudden he'd touch a bar and he'd just slip off. Like he felt like it was used, like they were maybe used like some of the bars were used or something like that. It definitely sounds like, I mean, he's convinced that it was something was up with it. But and when you have 3 people who finished last in their heat, I don't know where Kara finished in her heat, but she was definitely down, 15th. It does make you wonder if there's something going on.
And I wish that we had seen that event, without rain. And I was honestly really worried about people's footing. I was concerned that people doing push jerks would slide because of how wet the grass was. And obviously you worry about a knee injury, you worry about a leg injury, a lower leg injury, etc. But everybody had to deal with the weather and Mother Nature. And if you made the wrong decision about grips, you were fucked. I mean, that was about it. Ricky will tell you he's pissed off beyond belief. He just stormed out of there because he expected to win that workout. And once he started, he fell off, threw his grips away, and then by the end of round 1, he had hamburger hands and just blood the whole rest of the way. So it happens though, man. You gotta figure it out, and 600 points still out there, he's going to need some help. He's going to need some guys to fuck up a little bit and have a tough go. The cool thing about Rogue is there's some weird implementations every day. So that can happen. You can win one, and then next thing you know, you come in 16th, and it can humble you, So, tomorrow it'll be interesting to see how people do with the duel. It'll be interesting to see how people respond to using the different type of a bar for a deadlift. So I'm curious to see.
What bar is it?
It's called aggro. Is that what they said?
I don't know. I haven't heard.
Thank
John,
you.
You can't hear. Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you. I was just letting you talk.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, man.
So an aggro bar.
It's been a tough week. I lost my dad earlier in the week, so it's been a tough.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm here.
Yeah.
Aggro bar is breaking news, Cotler. Nobody knew that.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't supposed to say anything, but
hey, if the athletes know, then it's fine.
Yeah, athletes know. Isn't it brief?
As long as they know, then it's fair game. So interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. Ricky, earlier today, those squats looked strong. What has he been doing since we saw him last on the squat
cycle? What's funny is though, when he got done running yesterday, he's like, "Coach, I can't run. I haven't squatted." I said, "Don't worry about that. That ain't a problem. We can fix that quick." And even he said he can't run, he was only 42 seconds off of first. Like that's no fucking deal. The guy ran what 17:53 5K during the games, and so we've had him on a really, him and Alex actually both on a really nasty squat cycle, and obviously he's paying off. I mean, you saw them; their squats look great. I mean, Alex, that weight's a joke for her. It's funny to me that people are just like, "Oh, I'm surprised that Alex's squat." Like, everybody's hilarious. Here's the deal about Alex. Okay, here's the deal. Other than her struggling with the snatch, she's strongest girl, one of the top 3 strongest girls in the field in every other lift. She clean and jerks 265. She deadlifts 425. She back squats 340. She bench presses 270. She front squats 300. She strict presses 175, which is probably 25 to 30 pounds clear of anyone else. She's a freak. But I just keep laughing at people that are like, "I'm surprised the squat looked at what?" She's a beast.
Listen, I was yelling that on the Sevon.
I heard you. I know. I heard you. And and the great thing is about her though, she's 22, and we're working hard on the snatch. She's been working with Will Fleming, who's come on and started working with underdogs, and he's an incredible weightlifting coach. 1 kilo, obviously he coaches the super heavyweight that just won the Pan American Games, Mary Thiessen, I believe her last name is. And Will's been working with us, and so we will fix the snatch. I'm not worried about that. And then when we do, I mean, like I've said in the past for her, the potential is limitless, at 22 with all the things she can do body weight wise. And, we're working hard on running, and even the running is improving. Even yesterday, she came off and she was like, I was way too conservative. I felt great. Like I came off. It's like, I felt great. I could have pushed harder, but it's great for me to know that. And we'll go back to the drawing board a little bit with Hinshaw on that stuff. And then obviously with Ricky, we'll implement the running back in after we get 3 to 4 months of just trying to feed the legs. And then once we get into season, we'll try to maintain those gains and then bring back the running, get him back down. I mean, he's a 452 miler, get him back down under a mile, under that, and ready to dance with the big boys when it matters. But I know both of them are super pissed off tonight. I was with Ricky for a little while, and then obviously Alex, I drove her home, and there was, listen, when you make an equipment error, that's on you. That's on you. And I mean, what's Ricky tested it on a dry pull-up bar back in warm-ups, right? And then they start walking out, and it started raining, and the grips that he used were awful for that. And he threw them off, and then once he went to bare hands, he just tore right away. And he had, and then if you watch him, he struggled massively. And Alex couldn't hold on to the bar. She decided not to go with grips. She went with tape grips. They ripped on, I think, the third monkey bar, and then she was bare hands the rest of the way. And she said it was basically just felt like glass. So, shit happens. And that's the deal. You got to deal with it. There's six events left. So now it's, you put your big boy and girl pants on, you come back tomorrow and you use it as motivation, because I know both of them are like, that's not an accurate representation. But here's the deal. Everybody had to deal with the adversity, and some people dealt with it better. And you gotta take it like a man and like a woman, and come back and show your shit the next day. That's the way it works.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to most tomorrow for Ricky and Alex? If you're going to say what event, it's kind of in their wheelhouse.
They're both really good athletes, so the duel should be really fun. You guys know what the duel is yet?
We don't. Let's hear it.
Are you know?
I do. I don't know if I'm allowed to say these things. Am I allowed to say these things?
If the athletes know, I think you're allowed.
That's right.
It's like a little obstacle coursey with a rope climb and some sandbags. I'll go there. I won't go with exactly what it is. But you gotta be an athlete. You gotta go over a log and under a log. You gotta run. You gotta do it. It's not legless. Regular rope climb. I think there's maybe 2 of them or something like that. And then you gotta pick up some sandbags and put them on a pedestal or put them into a bin. I don't know exactly.
And it's just races.
It's races.
Yeah. So very fast, do a couple rope climbs, go over some logs, and then
can you move
finish
fast?
with some sandbags.
Can you move fast? You be an athlete. You know what I mean? And I would, they're both athletes, so I would think they would do really, really well. Bailey's a really good athlete. I think he'll do well. Kyra's a very fast twitch. I think she'll do well. But I think specifically, obviously, I mean, I personally coach Ricky and Alex, and I feel really good. I feel really good about the first one. I mean, muscle ups, kipping, handstand push-ups. I mean, really.
It's kipping. That's confirmed.
Yep.
Wow.
Really?
I'm surprised.
Me too. I was very
They
surprised.
really want Laura to win, don't they?
I thought it was going to be strict wall. I really thought it was going to be strict wall facing because I mean, 80 would catch up after ring muscle ups. But this will just be faster and your heart rate will get up, and it's going to be very interesting to see people who go out like a bat out of hell. That's a lot of work. 40 muscle ups, 80 handstand push-ups, and 120 snatches. I mean, that's a lot of work. And if you go out super hot, you might limp in. So I'm curious to see how people go. I'm happy they're both in heat 2 tomorrow because we'll learn some things, obviously, and people tend to make mistakes, and we'll go from there. So I think honestly, if we're saying I would expect Ricky to come out like mongrel style on those first 2 workouts. He is not, he'll be first to admit he's not a great deadlifter. Relative to the field, I don't know. I would think a lot of people are going to be kind of in maybe 515 to 550-ish. And then you'll have a couple outliers that are plus that. You know, you'll have your Vellner, I know, could pull close to 6, and Chandler can pull close to 6. It also depends on how people's bodies are feeling. It also depends on how they react, you know, to the bar, you know. But I think Ricky's that's more of a damage control workout for Ricky. I think it'd probably be middle pack, but I think he's looking at the first 2 as like he's licking his chops. He's got to get two top 3s on those first 2 to be where he wants to be. Because I mean, you know, Ricky coming this weekend wasn't looking at anything but a podium, you know, and really, you know, I mean, he was thinking he was going to win, you know. So that finish tonight is tough. It's tough to come back from a 19. Going to need some help. But Alex on a deadlift, I mean, that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah,
I think it'll be fun to watch the battle because I know Alex's deadlift is good. There's like 5 girls.
There's 5 girls who probably 400 plus.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think we've ever had that in a competition. There's always been one, and then you know, that girl usually wins. Maybe there's 2.
What's the format for that? Have they announced? Like,
is it ladder style? I think for women it starts at 305 and just goes up, and then I think actually the last bar is like on the ladder is like 395, and then they go up. Whoever's remaining, they go up by 5s. Like they go up 5.
Okay.
I'm not sure on the men. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm happy that they're doing it that way.
But yeah, I think that's cool. You know, it's fine. It'll be more exciting for the fans.
Yeah.
You know, that's always a fun way to do it. But yeah, I mean, fuck, we got Kohlenbrander, I know, pulls 400. Laura, Thea,
Laura, Danny, Tia, Alex, Karen Freyova has done 422.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really good one.
I mean, I've never let Alex max out, so it's gonna be interesting to see.
Tomorrow's the day.
I mean, she hit a triple at 385 pretty easily not too long ago, so I would think we've been working off of like 410, 415, but I honestly think if in an environment like that tomorrow, she'll probably pull heavier than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just hoping Ricky's hands are all right. That's the biggest concern. Obviously, you know, we got a muscle up workout and that type of stuff, rope climbs and whatnot. But you know, he'll doctor up tonight, and you know, should be all right.
Do they allow straps on the deadlift? Is that allowed?
I haven't heard
like or wrist straps. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I doubt it. That would be a first, I think.
Because the aggro bar, that knurling
it's rough,
more gnarly than a regular bar.
I wonder if you could do like they did tonight with the tape, you know, and just make some you know, some tape grips. You know, but we'll see how the hands feel and look tomorrow. Listen, I think a lot of people are going to be similar. I know a lot of people that ripped, so it's going to be similar for a lot of people. But yeah, honestly, man, it's funny because I was saying earlier today, I was like, just happy to be here, and you know, it's been a rough week, and I'm not going to be my normal crazy self. And then after tonight's event, I'm fucking pissed off. Like I was like, you know, now I'm mad. Now I'm like, all right, I let it get to me, and now I'm fired up. We got to come out tomorrow and do some damage. So
yeah. Well, man, I appreciate you jumping on. Good luck to your underdogs athletes, and yeah, it's like Tommy Payne says, I love watching underdog athletes. So get some rest and get ready. You have a long day ahead of tomorrow. So
I will.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Always a pleasure. Bye, guys.
Have a good one. How's it going, John?
It's good, man. I just got to the hotel. So
what time did you get into the
a long day? That rain delay like killed a lot of time.
Yeah. What time did you get into Austin?
I got 10, 15, 10, 20.
Okay. And what was the atmosphere like?
Just a lot of just happy to be here type atmosphere. Just everybody meeting everybody. I don't know. Like as far as the athletes go, everybody seems really good. I don't know if you saw the Roman Jeff Adler fist bump.
I did.
Heard
Yeah.
around the world. That was, we're all buddy. It's something funny. When Tia thoroughly dominated everybody in the first event. I don't know if you saw that, but
I did.
She thoroughly dominated, and I'm happy. I'm happy that she did that now, seeing as how it's panned out. I just wanted to battle. I just didn't want her to dominate everything, and so now that she's not, if she wins, that's great. I'm happy for her. If she loses, then that's awesome. Tia didn't win something for once, but I just didn't want her to dominate. I wanted to battle. But after she did the run and killed everybody, there was I don't know how to explain it. The environment was like, why? Like how or how?
Yeah.
How? Like what the freak is happening? Like and then she would go and just say, "Hey, great job, girl. Like you're doing so good." Right? She did that to everybody that came through. And it was funny is Laura kind of like Laura did really good for herself on the run. Really good. Like
Yeah.
that's probably her best run finish she's ever had. It was suited for her, but still. And Laura kind of was like, and then like went on and like went and hugged Gabby after. It was just very subtle, but it was very interesting. But then the second event happened. Tia was human. And now all is right in the world. I think it's going to be a really fun battle to watch the whole time.
Yeah. Let's go into the men's. We'll do some recapping. We'll take a look here at the leaderboard. Let me pull up my screen and take a look at that. All right. Men's leaderboard. Roman Krennikov.
Yeah.
They're in first place, man. We called it too. I know we were getting some guff on the first event, which I think definitely turned out different, but day 2 is looking a little bit more like our event predictions.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Roman and Laura murdering this event, I thought was the most given, like this event in particular. I know on the Sevon podcast, like Taylor and JR were like talking about the monkey bars, or like how the shoulder overhead's going to play a role. And I was just thinking, guys, like this is just who skis the fastest. Like, that's it. And I really feel like that's how it was. Maybe not for the women. The monkey bars played I thought a much greater role. But for the men, that's how it appeared. As far as the top guys go, like your order of 1 through 5, that's how it appeared.
Yeah. No, well, I don't think you jumped on, but I was talking to Lazar before we jumped on the show, and of the 4 heats, last place in each heat was in lane 10. Lazar, Garrett Clark, and Emily Rolfe. And then Kyra Milligan was also there. She finished 15th overall. Lazar is saying that the bar, he'd like be doing well and he hit a bar and he just like slip off. Like there was knurling on it. I don't know if how
okay, bro. Like, I mean, 3 of those people were going to do bad anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely, I don't think it's a lane 8 situation, but it is something to think about with how different they were, but it's also just a sample size of 4, but
and I think you could put 3 of the 4 of those people on any of the lanes. No offense to those people, they weren't going to do very well.
Yeah. So I did
Garrett Clark's hands were ripped to shreds before he even got there.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a lot and I mean, I did a workout today from Josh Bridges programming. It started out with a 100-calorie ski, and then it went into a whole bunch of rounds, and it was strict pull-ups after that. And I went from the ski feeling pretty good. I went to do my first strict pull-up. I was like, give me a minute. Like, and so like
grip?
No, just the lats. Like was like, oh, give me a minute. And then, you know, I started after a couple of rounds, I started getting into it. You don't have that here. Like you have 3 rounds of monkey bars and you're pulling hard on that ski 3 times. Right. And so if you're not the best skier and you're not best in machines, and those weren't the best athletes at the machines.
Yeah. I mean, look at
You
the
definitely
top
can.
4 guys.
Yeah.
It's Roman, Brent, Pat, and Jason. Okay. So the only guy that's not there is Dallin, and Dallin was doing great until he just kind of blew up on the monkey bars. But like the top 4 guys are 4 of the 5 best skiers in the field. If you really want to boil it down to who you know what I'm saying. And then, so if that is the truth, if that means the top guy, like if it's a ski workout, the best guys at the skier were the winners of the workout, then that means what? People who don't ski very well probably aren't going to be very high.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Like
100%. And you listen to Roman, and Roman's saying
Kira Milligan ain't skiing very well. I'm sorry, Kira. You're just not. I know you know that about yourself. It's all
can
good.
Squat. You can squat all day long.
You did great at that squat. Yeah, you murdered that one, but you know that's the truth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, I mean, when Roman says he was resting on the ski and still crushing everybody, you know, it definitely came down to that.
Nice, cool, cruisy 1700 an hour pace.
Yeah. Jeff Adler, 20 points back, tied with Pat Vellner for second. Chandler Smith in 4th. Brent Fikowski 5th. Yella Hoste hanging in there in 6th. Ricky, man, that 18th place, like Cotler was saying, it definitely hurt big time.
It's rough.
When you think about Ricky, can he get it back on the podium? Or, I mean, it's only 45 points.
Can you divvy it up as the okay. Yeah, so he's down what?
He's down 45 from the podium right now.
Easy. I think after this ring muscle up workout, like let's say that's the first workout tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Let's say he gets 3rd in that workout. Okay. I think that he will make significant ground.
BKG.
I think
Yella,
I don't think he'll make significant. I think BKG will do really well at that workout. I think Noah will do really good at that workout. But Yella Hosta, Fikowski,
Chandler, and
probably Chandler Smith. I bet he can make up 20 points on all 3 of those names. Yeah. Now you are tied. You're essentially tied, right? You're 200 to 215 if you just added 20 points. So then you're 5th, 10 points from 3rd, and then you got the whole rest of competition, right? Like I think it's not even close to being done for podium. I think for sure he can podium. Especially if the other one's a top 3 too. If the duel's the top, also a top 3, which I think is really hard to like. I don't think you can assume that because anything with elimination, you just mess up or make a mistake and it's you're done, right? Yeah. So that's always hard. But if he, say he comes top 5 in both of those events, I think he's, if you come top 5 in those events, you're probably almost at the podium already.
Yeah, yeah. My guess is he's probably going to do well the first 2 events, and then he's going to get to the deadlift, and he's going to slide back down because Chandler will make up ground.
Yeah, I could see him jumping Chandler, and then Chandler jumping him in the deadlift, just because that's going to be a big thing.
Yeah.
And then you got 2 events after that.
Yeah.
You have 2 events now to podium. That's hard because we're talking podium. And we're talking about the guys ahead of him.
And they're not. They're going to have great deadlifts.
Yeah. Well, that's not even that. Like, these are 3 of the 4 fittest men in the world.
On top of that, yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I think Ricky will just outperform everybody in front of him. I think he's fitter than everybody in front of him. I think he's probably fitter. It's hard. I think him, Jeff, and Roman are the 3 fittest guys in the world. And yes, I think they're fitter than Vellner. I think this competition suits Vellner so good, right? Yeah. And Vellner's 4th, and like as far as who I think the fittest people. But between them 3, it's literally kind of luck of the programming at the games. Right. I really, really believe that. But to jump into the podium, it's going to be really hard. Like Cotler said, like one of those three guys is going to have to F up in a big way.
Right.
But Roman's going to get hurt in that first event tomorrow. I know Cotler's wishing it was strict handstand push-ups so he get hurt a little more. But,
yeah, but I don't know if strict handstand push-ups is for Ricky either. I think it's better for Ricky to be
better than
moving
Roman.
fast. Yeah, fair.
Here's the thing. It's not about what's hard for Ricky. It's about what you need Roman to be bad.
Yeah.
Like if Ricky gets third, but Roman gets 10th, like that's a bigger win than Ricky winning and Roman getting third.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. You need people in between.
You need someone, some of those top three, you need somebody to be really bad at something. It doesn't matter how good you are. You need them to be really bad at something.
Right. Yeah. Working our way down, BKG in 8th. Hopper rebounds up into the 10th place. Travis Mayer in 11th.
Crazy jump, right? He was like 17th or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, that again, that's what one great workout and you just jump right back up there. Our bet with Travis Mayer inside the top 10, he's right there on the cut line. So
he'll be fine. He's going to pull heavy.
He will pull heavy. He will. We'll see how he does on the strict handstand push-up or on the handstand push-ups. I don't think there's too many surprises here. Lazar, he is behind BKG and he's well behind Chandler Smith for that one. So
I'm not going to go down the line about my bets. I
think you feel.
Go ahead.
I think you can feel pretty safe about at least one of those bets right now.
I'm not gonna. We can talk about that when the competition's over. You know what I mean? And like when we recap and we see how truly terrible Tyler's picks were, but like Lazar could win the event tomorrow. He could win that muscle up handstand push up event, and then right back into the.
He's right in 10th place. Yeah,
you know what I mean. BKG's like 8th right now. Like it's not. There's a whole competition left. Like it's not done or anything. He is doing worse than I thought he would do. I thought he would be better than where he is at right now. But again, he's got some good workouts coming his way. I think he'll probably be good at the duel too, from what Cotler said. Dallin Pepper is probably the biggest surprise.
Yeah. Did you notice anything from him while you're actually, because the coverage is good on the mainstream and you get some more wide angle stuff, but really haven't focused too much on Dallin because he's been near the bottom. Have you seen anything in person?
No. So look, he was murdering the ski workout. He was right there with all the top dogs that you see at top 4. And then he just started coming down in the monkey bars. And like the monkey bars were like not a big deal unless they were. And then they were a really big deal. Like it was like it's the end of your workout. And that's really, I don't know what to make of it other than like I got, if his hands were ripped really bad, that could cause that. But he was doing really good, and then he wasn't. Like the monkey, he started failing on the monkey bars, and then it takes so long to do those when you had to come down every 2 or 3 rungs.
Yeah. Were you surprised about the second workout with the squats?
He's not the best squatter.
Yeah.
The squats are hard, and then it's log muscle ups. I just don't, was any big guy good at that?
No, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't expect, like the big guys were not good at that. I didn't expect the big guys to be good at that. I knew Hopper was really bad at that last year.
Yeah, Hopper was bad.
Which
Tudor.
made me think. I mean, Brent Fikowski, who is the king of execution, the king of optimizing his ability, was 15th. So, like, it's not a big guy workout. On top of that, he is not the best squatter. So,
yeah, like
it's not. I mean, that's what I expect for Dallin in that workout. Really, I mean, you look at Brent again. I'm gonna keep using Brent because I know Brent's like the guy who doesn't make mistakes. I did expect Dallin to crush this one, and the monkey bars. It would not surprise me if he ripped his hands hard. And like, there's nothing you can say when that happens.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know if he's got ripped hands or not. I just knew the monkey bars caught up with him. He was killing it until he wasn't.
Yeah. And it's been covered before several times, but Jan Koski is he rolled his ankle yesterday in the run. Thought he could come back, but woke up this morning with it swollen. So that is why he was out. It was not a cramp. It was a twisted ankle, a sprained ankle, and so he is out of the competition. Let's go ahead and take a look at the women's leaderboard. We have a race, a very good race.
Yeah, I know. I tell you what, the Tia freaking clutched this second place. If you watched the first round, and I wasn't watching the live stream, so I don't know what it looked like.
She paced it.
Man, I don't think she paced it beautifully. I don't think so.
Well, she just go out too slow or what?
No, no. She couldn't do the monkey bars.
Oh, really?
So like she might have been pacing the ski for sure. Maybe. But like she came off about with everybody. Like Laura came off first, and then there was Emma Carey, and then there was kind of everybody came off at the same time on the first ski. Tia was with everybody, and then when they went on the monkey bars, she could not control like her body from swinging, and she was having a really hard time doing the monkey bars. And would have to like stop herself and then re-go and then stop herself and re-go. And she was behind everybody because of that first monkey bars. And then on the second round, 7th in the heat. She was 7th out of 10 people. And then in the second round, I don't know if she just figured it out and was like, all right, I found out how to do monkey bars. Y'all are in trouble now, right? And she like caught up all the way to the leaders other than Laura. It was like Laura and then like a tier of 3 girls.
Yeah, she was
and
fourth
then everybody
going.
else.
Yeah, she was fourth going to the final round. She was behind Ariel and Emma Carey, I think it was.
Yeah, but she had got to that ski like within 5 seconds of them.
And then she passed Ariel on the ski and then passed Emma on the monkey bars.
Emma's freaking crazy at machines, right? So like she couldn't pass Emma on the machines, but then the monkey bars, she just kind of went past everybody. And so like I don't know about Emma and I don't know about Ariel. I'm not going to speak on the rift hand issue. Some of the girls I think were just coming down because they had to come down.
Yeah.
But that last one, Tia wasn't moving fast. She was just one by one by one by one and like never came down. And the other 2 girls did come down.
Mm-hmm.
And so what looked like was going to be a bad event for Tia and a home run for Laura, like where I thought it was good, like it could have swayed really hard and then turned into Tia's second place. Kind of like when Matt Fraser was real mad when he won by a minute and he only got 2 points, right? Like that's what it felt like because she was so behind. And then, oh no, she's second place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 5 points.
That's one where we look back at the end of this weekend and say if she ends up winning, that was probably it, right? Figuring out because she could have easily lost 50 points there.
I don't know if we're gonna say that's it. I think it's just being a part of being a champion. Like, I think she's the best CrossFitter ever. You don't get to the best CrossFitter ever without figuring out how to do stuff on the fly.
Fair.
And she had trouble within the first round. Figured it out.
But if she hadn't figured it out, she was toast.
Yeah, but a 7 times games or 6 times games champion, that's who figures that out. It's like a rookie that can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Right. Like I would almost expect her to figure it out. I just didn't think she would be passing up everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And pacing probably had a role to play with it, but I'm telling you, she was just struggling with the monkey bars.
Yeah, I didn't realize that she was struggling on the monkey bars. That first round anyway. I just knew that she was way behind.
I will say there's a thick gap between second and third.
Yeah.
Like, Emma.
They're 1-2.
Yeah, and it didn't look like I'm telling you, Emma Lawson was one of those girls that was ahead of her and really struggled on the last round of the monkey bars. Like kind of let it down. Because like this could have been like a 3rd place for Emma Lawson and an 8th place for Tia, which would have made Emma like 2nd. And then it turned into Emma can't handle or blowing up on the monkey bars, and Tia came through super clutch. And then now there's this thick point lead.
Yeah, you have Gabby Magala sitting there in third, right behind with Emma Lawson. And then there's another kind of gap between Emma Carey, Alex Gazan, Lauren Fisher. She's doing well.
Lauren Fisher is doing amazing because nobody thought she would be in the running at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we talk about Cotler
Paige
losing
Smith
his
is
dad.
doing
I mean,
really well.
You got to imagine Lauren's last couple of weeks has been very, very tough. I mean, that's one reason I've kind of put her down, as far as I did in my predictions, is like, it's got to be tough, right? Last 2 weeks, I can't imagine how much fitness you're getting in or where your mindset is coming into it. But she's showing that she's competing really well. It's good to see. Paige Semenza, Christine Kohlenbrander. What was Bethany Flores doing this afternoon on the squats?
She hasn't squatted over 200, and
well, yeah, I knew she wouldn't. The weight was too much for her, but like she had stripped the weight down and was doing like squats with 135 on. Like, do you know?
Oh, she's just putting on a show, man. Get a good squat session in.
I thought that was kind of strange. Danielle Brandon in 10th. Danny Spiegel moves up from last into 12th with her third place finish. Ariel Lowen
running.
Yeah.
She's gonna get to last place again before the deadlift, and
then she runs right back up.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, going down the list, Emily Rolfe down in 17th. Karen Freyova in 19th. When you look at this, who are you most surprised by? Either way, top, way
Karen
down further than
Karen Freyova, and Brian is friend is very high on Karen Freyova too. Like, this girl, I don't know what to make of her because like she is super fit. She's so much fitter than she shows in these big competitions. It's like once she gets to the show,
yeah,
it's like she can't do it anymore. I mean, she was so much better at the games than she is showing here. Like so I would say these girls right here, 16th through 20th. I know Emily Rolfe is in there too, but like they are nowhere close to the caliber of women at the games where Karen Freyova was. Emily Rolfe is, but I don't expect Emily Rolfe to do well because it's Rogue. I think that's the programming. Karen Freyova, I would expect to do well because it's Rogue. She's really, really strong. Like, look at Christine Kohlenbrander. Christine Kohlenbrander is doing great. And Karen Freyova, I would put her in that category. And she's just not. Like, it's not like the first time. Karen Freyova is let down a lot, like in big competitions. And I don't know why, because she's so much fitter than what she puts forth in thus far. Emily, I thought she would be a little bit better than she is, but I mean, I'm not super surprised.
She should have a better first and second event tomorrow, hopefully.
She should. I do think
deadlift will hurt again. But the thing is, there's quite a few that are going to have a really bad deadlift. Like, we just talked about like 6 women are over 400 pounds, and then you probably have some that are.
It's going to be a battle on both sides.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. Like, I'm going to be excited just to see who's the weakest, because it's you're so true, like so right. Like, we have 5 women, like 4 to 5 women
at least,
who are really, really bad at deadlift compared to the field.
Oh yeah.
And then you have 4 or 5 women who are otherworldly good at deadlift compared to the field. And so it's going to be fun either way.
Yeah. On the men's side, any surprises before we move on to tomorrow and what we're looking ahead?
Can you go to the men?
Yeah. Maybe.
Ayala Hosta has been killing it. I did not think he'd be killing it as good as he is, but like, I mean, he freaking is.
We talk about him being the same as Brent, and they're within 10 points of each other.
They're not the same though. They are the same. They are similar bodies, same home run ability.
They approach the workouts the same too.
Yeah, Yella's not Brent though.
Not yet.
He's not yet. They're not even 10 points worth though. Like
we'll
he's
see.
He's outdoing what he is right now, which I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Keep going down.
I mean,
Pepper.
Dallin is the obvious one, right?
But he's on his way up. Like if you go scroll up a little bit. Okay, so I mean, there's a pretty big jump to 13.
It is, but all it takes is one good workout tomorrow. But I'm not sure. I don't think tomorrow lines up that well for him.
No, it lines up well for the 3 guys immediately in front of him.
Right.
At least the first workout.
And even Jay Crouch, yeah.
Yeah, all 4 guys.
And Bailey Martin's good at gymnastics. He'll probably do well on the handstand push-ups. So even if Dallin does well later, I mean.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know what to tell you. Dallin's probably the biggest, but I do think the 2 16ths are going to be his worst workouts of the weekend. I don't know how everybody else is going to do in the duel, but I know Dallin's going to pull heavy. He should be good in the chipper. He should be good in the big cat. I think he'll have no problem jumping. I think his worst days are behind him. How far he climbs, I don't know. I think it'll be easier for Ricky to podium than for Dallin to get, I don't know, top 7.
Yeah, I don't think Dallin gets top 10 at this point.
I think he get top 10. They're
looking at tomorrow. Looking at tomorrow, I mean, I don't think he's going to fall behind on the ring muscle
look
up.
at the next day too.
Yeah, but if you can't give up that many more points. If he falls behind him, I mean, if they start creating more separation, he's got to have a great last day.
That's true.
So, all right, let's take a look at tomorrow. So the schedule for tomorrow, we start off in the morning. It's an early start, 10:55, 10th inning, the 10 rounds of 4 ring muscle ups, 8 handstand push-ups, and 12 power snatch. 2 p.m., the duel 3, which Justin shared. It is a combination of rope climbs on a short obstacle course and then sandbags to a pedestal. And then wraps up tomorrow night with a max deadlift with an aggro bar, which has some aggressive knurling on there.
You should be able to pull more though with it. Yeah,
there is the aggro bar. I don't know which one they have, the 2X or the 3X, but yeah, they'll have good grip as long as it's not tearing into their torn skin from the monkey bars already. But so it's a regular deadlift, nothing crazy. But we'll see how that works. Who do you see making the biggest move tomorrow on the men's side?
Can you go back to the events? Let me think about it. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Right there. I don't know. Guys or girls?
Your choice. We'll start with guys since we started with them.
Okay, so the people that I think this stacks up the best for are, I don't know if they'll be the biggest movers per se. I think Lazar has a shot, honestly, to be the biggest mover, like place for place, because there's 2 events good for him, 1 event bad for him. I think Vellner is.
That's exactly who came to my mind because
he's usually pretty good at the obstacle stuff.
Yeah.
It's 8 kipping handstand push-ups, which makes me think he's going to have this like much better. Like that's much better for him.
Mm-hmm.
He might even be my pick to win that event, honestly. And then the max deadlift, I think he's going to get second place.
Yeah, right
So
behind Chandler.
like Vellner's literally looking at like, let's just call it a second, a third, and a second tomorrow.
Yeah,
I think
that's 200. That'd be 280 points.
I think he'll be in first place by Sunday. So that's not necessarily the biggest mover because he's like third or fourth right now, but I think he'll be in first place by Sunday.
How about Derek Kramen, Chandler winning the deadlift? Is there anybody that can beat him?
So the aggro bar is a fun little twist. If it's a regular bar, no. Chandler has the best deadlift by 20-ish pounds. Even if he's not his strongest.
At least 20 pounds.
Yeah, I'd say at least 20 pounds. So like even if he's not his strongest, he should still win just on sheer will. But like that aggro bar, I think the bigger you are, it helps. Because your arms don't have to stretch out as far, and the bigger hands helps.
Grip is always the big issue with it, and so if it helps your grip, it kind of mitigates that.
It's just different. It's different. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I don't know if it'll help certain people, and not help other people. It's just different. So if people have experience lifting with it, then I think they have a huge advantage. But he should win the deadlift. I'll put it like that. He should win it, but it does make it a little like it's not a given.
See how much you know about Yella's or Brent's deadlifts.
Okay, so Brent did 505 in 2016 deadlift ranch. I think
that's a long time ago.
Yeah, you should effort that, because if I pulled that out of thin air, I'm really proud of myself. I think Brent is I think he's kind of like Ricky. Brent's he'll be fine. It's not going to be great. I see like middle of the pack. He's not weak. I know Yella is bad at the Olympic lifts. I don't know how he is at deadlift at all.
Let's see. Deadlift, which 2016, he had a 485 deadlift. Brent did.
Oh man, am I thinking of Matt Fraser? No, he had 525. I thought
Vellner was at 525. Fraser
would be at 505. Ben Smith at 505.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
That's crazy, because 505, it ain't doing it.
not anything today. Yeah. Which, I mean, granted, he got 23rd with that weight. He'd probably be.
There was a big old tie for it though.
Yeah. Who could slide the most tomorrow?
I think Yella, but you might think differently.
That's a very good pick. I can't imagine deadlifts he's gonna be anywhere. 10th inning, I don't think it suits him as well. He has the most to lose too.
Dallin could be a big mover, because Dallin's a good deadlifter.
Yeah.
He has to it's kipping, handstand, push-ups too, so it's just kind of fitness. So that first one will be his worst one of the three, but he could potentially be a big mover.
Then on the women's side,
I think. Oh, don't go to the women. Just go to the.
You just want to see the workouts?
Yeah, I just want to see the workouts. I'm just gonna think through the women.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like it's a fantastic day for Tia. Tia should win event 4. And then event 5, if it's athletic, I mean, she's really athletic. Like,
yeah, the only thing with the duel is you just never
you just don't know.
One mistake, and you're 11th place.
Mm-hmm. And then she's got a good deadlift. I mean, I think Alex
Like,
Gazan.
imagine if the duel had monkey bars. She wouldn't make it out of the first round.
That's true. That's fair.
Right.
Wow. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, for sure. Alex, all of these events are good for Alex. Alex Gazan.
Yeah.
That's probably who. I mean, I'm trying to think through everybody. Like Emma Lawson will be good, but she's not going to pull as much. Danielle Brandon will be really good at the first two, but she's not going to pull as much at all.
Right.
So I'm trying to think of what suits all three. I think Laura will be hurt on event 4 tomorrow. Like she gets bailed out a little bit, but I still think a good amount of girls will be
that many of them. I don't think she'll still get exposed to some degree.
Yeah, like I mean, if she gets 8th, that's a good showing for her in this event.
Right.
But if Tia gets 1st and she gets 8th,
she has a lot of ground to make up. Yep.
But I do think that might be what happens to the deadlifts. I think Tia will get like 8th, which will be crazy, and then Laura will get 2nd.
Yeah, because she'd normally be top 3.
Yeah. And then Laura should be good at the duel. Rolling through people. I know so many would be good at 2 and then not good at the 3rd one.
Could Emma or Ariel win 10th inning?
I just think it moves too fast. Ariel, maybe. I think I'd pick Ariel over Emma because I think the power snatches, that's kind of the workout. If you can do all this stuff unbroken, you're not going to power snatch unbroken. So whoever can get through the power snatches the fastest or break it up the most efficiently, I think that's the winner. And Ariel's 5'3" and Emma Lawson's like 5'8". Like it's that cycles faster. I'm thinking of little bitty people that are, really good at ring muscle ups and handstand push-ups for this workout, or like the littler people that are really really fit. Like Noah Olson, I think will do really good at this workout.
Shelby Neal.
Shelby Neal I think it'll be a better workout for her.
Yeah,
I do,
but
she's just not as fit.
Yeah.
Like for her, it is going to be one of her better workouts. It's just her fitness. She's just not at the level that the top girls are.
Yeah. If this was strict, again, Will Morad. I think Victor Hoffer has a shot, but again, because it's kipping, they lose all that benefit and advantage, I think.
I think if I'm Will Morad, I still go strict.
At least the first few rounds. Maybe.
That's because it'd be faster.
It could.
I don't know. Maybe not. I think you just kip it and break it up. I don't know. Yeah.
I think it depends on how far the power snatch is and how much room there is on the transitions. Like if there's a lot of running or walking, some time in between, you probably could do a little bit more strict because you have time.
There are so many guys that can win event 4. There's literally 5 guys that I think could win event 4.
Yeah. While I have you on tonight, before who's winning deadlift? Last time you picked Spiegel? Is that what you said? Is that who you predicted on our prediction show you got last night or on Wednesday night?
I have Spiegel, but I'm going to predict Christine. I think Christine Collenbrander is going to win the deadlift.
Go with Christine. She looks strong. Yeah. Those squats looked great.
Great. It wouldn't surprise me if like Laura won or Spiegel won or
heck Alex after talking to Cotler.
Yeah, Alex or Freyova. I mean, Alex, we don't know what she's got. So, but if she's ripped up, I'm probably not going to say Alex just because that probably has a thing to play. But I'm going to say Christine Collenbrander. That's who I'm rolling with. It literally could be any of those 5 people.
Yeah, I'm glad it's doing the latter though. That'll be a good one. Anything else before we move on to the last topic?
No, I think after event 6, it's going to be really even with Laura and Tia, which is going to be pretty cool.
Which is what we want.
I think Tia will be in first place after event 4.
After tomorrow?
After event 4, yeah.
And then after tomorrow, do you say Laura?
I have no idea. No, I think it'll be very, very even.
It's going to come down to the duel, I think. Whoever is better on the duel will be who's leading at the end of tomorrow.
You say that, but what if Christine, Spiegel, and Freyova all out deadlift Laura? You see what I'm saying? If Laura gets a 4th to Tia's like 7th, then it's not as much of a difference as what event 4 will be.
That's true. That's true. Laura does have to do
Now that I don't see that happening, but it could. It really could.
Laura needs to be top 2, maybe worst case 3.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how bad she does in event 4.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you noticed, Tyler is not here today. That's because Mr. Watkins is getting married today. So he's up in Kentucky
Oh, come on, man.
getting married. So
Priorities.
I think he's going to be on tomorrow. We'll see. But have you eaten yet?
No.
Then time to go eat. 9:00.
Yeah, I'm trying to order Domino's. I needed to be.
Well, thanks for jumping on. Grab some Thirdsy. Code barbells. Code BBS. Save 20% off. Get some good sleep. And get ready for tomorrow. You'll be back at Dell Diamond, and you're on Savon's show in the morning. Then come back here tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for joining, and we will see you again tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.